Blueface has finally broken his silence, and what he just said about Chrisean Rock's baby has sent the internet into complete meltdown. After months of messy back and forth, cheating, allegations, fights, and heartbreak, Blueface just took it all to another level. And this time, he's coming for the truth. In a shocking move, Blueface went live, dragging Chrisean by name, calling her out for allegedly lying about the paternity of their child. "That kid ain't mine," he said. Bold, raw, unfiltered, and fans, they don't know what to believe anymore. Did Chrisean really fake the whole thing? Is Blueface hiding the real story? And just when you think you've seen it all, wait until you hear what Chrisean fired back with. This is no ordinary breakup. This is war. Stay tuned, because this baby daddy drama just reached a whole new level. And we've got all the receipts right here.
The alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
That mean you're the father. Babe, that's mean you're the father.
Is not
You the father.
That makes me feel like I wasted my whole. Every time I'm going into bullshit like reality TV, thinking, it's for Rock. It's for Rock. Rock gonna go crazy. You think anybody else?
With fresh evidence suggesting that Chan may have falsified her child's DNA test to prove Blueface's paternity. Their relationship appears to be at an all-time high. However, it appears that Chan has been fully exposed, and the internet is going crazy with this drama since Blueface is exposing her for trying to baby trap him and dragging her for dirt. If you already thought their situation was bizarre, it became even stranger.
They saying the baby ain't Blueface, and Chrisean liked it. Do y'all see the resemblance? That's the baby, and that's the ex-boyfriend. She got a type.
Okay? So it appears that Chrisean and Blueface's conflict has reached a peak. Given how terrible their story has been, I doubt anyone could have foreseen these strange results. Since these two have a history of causing issues on social media, making fun of one another, can even flinging their hands in public, our expectations were already extremely low. They consistently outperformed themselves in spite of this. Blueface has been shouting from the rooftops that he is not the father since day one. And we all kind of ignored it, thinking he was just being his messy self in quest of drama. That's why this situation is, but the scenario is especially tragic because Blueface is now reaffirming his claim that he is not the father. And Chrisean was recently exposed for allegedly fabricating her baby's DNA test. Where is Maury now? After announcing her pregnancy, Chrisean quickly denied any paternity allegations, saying, "To answer your questions, yes, I and Rock are officially done. Everything is business. I injected it, but it was obviously not given before she declared she was expecting someone else's child, not mine." Even though Rock had dated 10 other men in the previous year, I knew from a DNA test that he wasn't a blue-faced kid. He did not voice any justifiable worries about anything of the sort, since he strongly denied being the father and wouldn't recognize the child as his own until Chan had a DNA test to confirm his paternity. We saw this happen on the reality TV show after Chan finally consented to a DNA test, which revealed that Blueface was the father.
It says the alleged father is not excluded as the biological father of the fetus.
That mean you're the father. Babe, that's mean you're the father.
Is not.
You the father.
We assumed that since Blueface is Chan's father, he would ultimately mature and show Chrisean more deference. This isn't shocking because everyone knows how terrible Blueface is. He didn't even act remorseful for reprimanding Chan, and his behavior just got worse. Then he sent Chan a derogatory text message that said, "I will always cheat. I won't even bother to." He also tried to persuade her to end the pregnancy. But when she refused, he went crazy and created some very strange drama. He claimed on Twitter that he didn't want the child and that he would never pay child support. It's his words. "Hide it for real. You don't want to be caged up at home with a baby while I'm with the next big thing. We will get into problems if we have a baby." The judge in my child support case, whoever they are, for months after I told this girl that I didn't want a child with Chrisean. He kept saying that he didn't want one. During their pregnancy, he gave her a great deal of stress and made her think about everything. She insisted that I get rid of it. Therefore, you had better set the price. She was trying to trick me. Choices to not have the child, and he made no effort to conceal his disinterest in doing so. Things become extremely juicy at this point. When his other baby mom, Jaden Alexis, also known as Stewie, went into delivery, Chan was in Miami having a great time with her. He abruptly changed his mind and started acting extremely nervous, even threatening to take action, as soon as her little bundle of joy made his dramatic entrance into the world. The most peculiar aspect of the whole situation is that Chan gave the kid her first and last name on the birth certificate rather than Blueface's. As a result, his full name is Chan Malone Jr. If Chrisean had not done what he said, he would have taken the B away from her. This attracted attention from a number of individuals because Blueface's name is certificate. After all, Chan dedicated 9 months of her life to persuading Blueface and the world, even though he was the baby daddy. She did everything she could to convince him to accept the idea of having a child with her. She returns and omits his name from the birth certificate. She was pregnant may help to explain it. However, chaos breaks out at this point. Their relationship seemed to be going well, and they reunited a week after the baby was born. Even appeared in Chrisean's most recent song video, demonstrating their relationship. To see him and the baby, she took a plane to Baltimore. After he met the baby, they spent some time together as father and son. Grand shared a photo of them together on social media with the caption, "Daddy and I." Things finally came to a head when she decided to put him on the birth certificate, even though it didn't make much sense at the time. A few days prior, following a furious dispute on Twitter over his attempt to accuse her of being an unsuitable mother, Blueface shared a photo of the baby's genitalia to demonstrate that he had a hernia. The baby still hasn't had the surgery for his hernia, and she is lying about him being healthy and not having a pee because of the hernia in his uterus. He tweeted, criticizing Chan's lack of action. He went on to say, "I try to do the right thing to keep things private, but this chick never stops talking. Leave me alone, you crack baby." Shiz has been postponing the procedure and skipping appointments. Her genitalia are huge, and she constantly discusses me and my say on this site. Once our son say is fixed, go get another rider. Please tag her on her page in all of her posts, and in any other way you can to keep her from concentrating on me, so that she can fulfill her wishes. I thought it would be surgery when I traveled to Baltimore, but instead they were talking about how she had missed the appointment, and how this hacker was so angry that she had threatened to arrest and imprison.
Go to jail, bro. Being a free man right now. Appreciate the time you got right now. Because, nigga, you're not finna be roaming the world like you thought you was going to be roaming the world.
She also asserted that Blueface's insane conduct was brought on by the child's lack of a name. "I'm upset because he's a Chrisean Jr., but not a Jonathan Jr., she wrote on Twitter. "Tell them how you would like to take your child, as I named him after myself. I'm stuck with a manipulator like him. Don't use my child as leverage, Blue. Instead, show more concern for your probation. I don't think I'm slow or stupid. I have papers." The topic of why she is hesitant to legally identify Blueface as Jonathan Porter. The child's father was somewhat raised by this. Finally, she was prepared to acquire when Chan's ex-boyfriend came forward and claimed that Chan had been lying to us the entire time. The situation heated up. He posted side-by-side photos and claimed that the youngster wasn't Blueface's, but rather his own. It turns out that she might have fabricated the DNA test while she was pregnant, he replied. "Thank God in advance because this stuff is getting crazy." And included photos of himself and the child to demonstrate their striking resemblance. "You are not the father, Blueface," he said. When Chan talked about how her ex was Blueface's baby daddy on social media, it appeared like she was supporting the claims. Why would you have a child in Bior when you and the child's alleged father live in Los Angeles and the man who claims the child lives in Bior? Their appearances are similar. Twitter claimed that I nuded with something off, but I don't think that's my baby. I found the DNA test a little strange when I read about it. It seemed fake. The test was unmanageable. More like you than I am, he went on to remark, I have a baby mama and 2 kids until further notice. The best news I got all year and I'm free. He also said, I didn't even think about the paper being folded up. And he commented on how strange it was that when Chan gave him the DNA results, they were already public and assaulted. If I were Chrisean at this time, I would have also acted as though it wasn't his child, since it would be best to keep Blueface out of her life until he obtained another paternity test and put his name on the birth certificate. The Maury test never looks like that. But in this scenario, these people are trembling in the streets and saying all kinds of things. Paper. All he's going to do is drag that girl through the courts. You're not the father is another game I would play. This is to safeguard this baby since you're doing the most and you don't deserve it. He will get gray hair before he is old, and I believe that's because of Crane Blueface, and Crane ex Ronnie must undergo a DNA test in order to get evidence to identify the baby's father and inform everyone that the joke about Crane and Blueface is becoming stale. What are everyone's thoughts about Crane? Did she really lie about being a father? Or do you think she's just trying to save herself and her child from Blueface exposing your identity? You should watch this drama if you please. Share your thoughts in the space provided for comments below.